President-elect Trump is laying the groundwork for the new tariffs he has promised to impose, posting to social media about the added costs he wants on goods from China, Mexico, and Canada. Hallie Jackson has details.
The day after the election, Deer Stag's owner Rick Muscat called his shoe factory in China to stockpile whatever they could send before Inauguration Day and before long-promised Trump tariffs kick in.
We would take everything they could get us to ship before Chinese New Year.
That move, maybe just in time, with President-elect Trump now announcing on his first day in office not just a 10% added tariff on China, but also 25% tariffs on anything imported from Mexico and Canada, America's two biggest trading partners. Online, Mr. Trump suggesting it's retaliation for the fentanyl entering the U.S., those countries deflecting blame, and the president-elect referencing migrants coming from Mexico and Canada.
I had a good call with Donald Trump last night again. We talked about some of the challenges that we can work on together.
Mr. Trump's proposal could blow up the trade agreement he himself helped negotiate in his first term.
We got it done.
And could be challenged in court. Remember, tariffs are a tax on things other countries send here, and those other countries don't pay the tax directly. It gets passed down to companies instead, and often to you. The U.S. relies on both Canada and Mexico for cars and car parts, from Chevy pickups to Chrysler minivans. So the auto industry now bracing for a blow, including in states like Michigan, which Mr. Trump won. Mexico supplies more than half the fruits and veggies coming into the U.S., meaning your grocery bill could rise, too. Already, economists predict inflation could tick up nearly 1% if these tariffs go into effect. And that's still an if, since Mr. Trump has used the threat of tariffs as a negotiating tactic before. But if he follows through?
We're a small business, and we can't afford to carry all those costs.
The owners of this Washington pet store worry about having to charge their customers more because the shop would pay more for imported harnesses and toys.
There's a point at which the consumer is going to say, you know, this isn't in my family's budget. We can't do this.
Today, one Chinese official warns no one will win a trade war, and the Mexican president's previewing possible retaliatory tariffs if President-elect Trump does make good on his threat. Lester?
Hallie Jackson, thanks. Now to the visit to Texas today by President-elect Trump's new border czar, saying he is preparing to carry through on Trump's plan for mass deportations and warning Democrats who might be vowing to block the deportation effort, don't test us. Gabe Gutierrez now with late details.
Today, President-elect Trump's border czar in Texas, saying he's ready to carry out Trump's campaign pledge to secure the border and deport undocumented immigrants, starting with criminals.
Let me be clear. There is going to be a mass deportation because we just finished a mass illegal immigration crisis on the border.
After more than 10 million illegal border crossings in the last 4 years, Tom Homan says he plans to take the handcuffs off Immigration and Customs Enforcement, known as ICE. But a major question is how he'll get the manpower to do it.
Do you believe that local authorities should help enforce federal immigration laws?
Oh, absolutely. I think we have to.
Jeffrey Gaylor is the sheriff of Harford County, Maryland, one of dozens across 21 states that are part of ICE's 287G program, which allows the feds to delegate specialized immigration functions to state and local law enforcement.
This isn't stopping people on the street saying, show me your papers. They're brought in, they're arrested for something that they have committed, an act they have committed against the citizens of our community, and at that point they're held accountable for the actions of being in the country illegally.
One of his deputies showed us how the program is run out of the county jail, where trained corrections officers can look through ICE's database and detain suspects arrested for other crimes for up to 48 hours if ICE wants to pick them up to deport them.
Do you anticipate this program ramping up potentially in this next administration?
I believe so. I believe we're going to be very busy.
The immigration debate exploding in this county.
I was angry. I was actually very angry.
Where Patty Morin's 37-year-old daughter Rachel, a mother of 5, was murdered last year, police say, by an undocumented immigrant who was released into the U.S.
And I want people to be protected. That's all. I don't want any more life lost.
Still, migrant advocates say the 287G program gives local police an unlawful excuse to help deport people.
This hurts those families. This leads to worse public safety outcomes. It erodes a sense of trust in communities and hurts the economy.
Does this amount to racial profiling?
No, not at all. Again, it's everybody is screened.
Some Democrats now vowing to resist Trump's deportation plan.
We are not going to cooperate in any way in that effort.
Denver's mayor threatened to post local police at the county line to block federal immigration officers. Then he backtracked.
We have no plan to do that, and we really hope that we don't ever have to do that.
Trump's new border czar with this response tonight.
Don't test us. The nation wants a safe country.
3 Trump allies tell NBC News the president-elect is expected to sign up to 5 executive orders aimed at dealing with immigration as soon as he's sworn in. Lester?
Gabe Gutierrez at the White House. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.